I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm not doing a vlog. I wanted to reach out to all the moms out there who might have little toddlers that like to play with paints and such, and just like to finger paint and all that. Today I'm going to show a DIY project, and it is how to make foam paint. So first, obviously, you want to start off with something to mix it in, something to mix it with. Next, you're going to want glue. Glue is a necessity for this because it's a main item that you will be using for this foam paint. Then you will need shaving cream. It doesn't matter what kind of shaving cream, just shaving cream in general. You'll need shaving cream to give it the foam effect. And finally, you will be needing some food coloring. The food coloring is just give it its different colors. It's an easy project. Like I said, that's all you need is glue, shaving cream, and food coloring. So I'm gonna start off the project with the bowl and the spoon. I have 5 different colors of food coloring, so I grabbed 5 different bowls. So you'll need the bowls and the spoon to mix it with. Like I said, I am doing 5 different colors, so I grabbed 5 different bowls so that I can mix it. So first you want to start off with a little bit of glue in each bowl. Depending on how much you actually want to make will depend on how much glue and how much shaving cream will go into it. But I'm just going to pour a little bit. That was a little more than I wanted, probably. So I start off with the glue, and then I'm going to put a little bit of the shaving cream in. You might want to get a shaving cream that is just white. This one has blue gel in it, so I don't know how it's going to turn out with the blue gel in it, but this is the only one we had available to us. So we're gonna mix that up. And the more glue you have, the more shaving cream you're gonna want, so it's more fluffy. I didn't put enough shaving cream. Now, I don't know how well this is going to turn out because when I started putting it in, I noticed that it was shaving gel and not shaving cream. So we'll have to see how this one turns out. Hopefully it wasn't a big fail, but I think it's looking okay. You definitely want the shaving cream, not the gel, so it's more fluffy. Because it is foam paint and not gel paint. It is turning fluffy, so I think it'll be fine with the gel, but we'll have to see. So now before you put the food coloring in and you have this all mixed up, it will somewhat look like this. Again, like I said, you're gonna want shaving cream, not shaving gel. It will make the paint more fluffy and less non-fluffy, but because that's all I had right now, that's what we used. Next, you're gonna want to add the food coloring in. You don't want to add the food coloring in until it's all mixed up because you don't want it to not mix in with the glue. So I'm gonna add a few drops of the food coloring. You'll add a few compared to how light, how dark you want it. So first I added the orange, and we'll see how this turns out. Okay, so this is the first of my foam paints. It is an orange color. Again, like I said, you can add as much food coloring as you want depending on what shade of color you want it to be. I just added 2 or 3 drops to this one. I'm gonna do a time lapse of me making the rest of the paints, and then I'll show you what it looks like when you put it on the paper. So I'll see you in a minute. All my paint. I've got a red, a yellow, which is actually didn't turn out how I wanted it to. You can't tell much on the camera, but it looks more like a mustardy yellow in person, but that's okay. And then I've got a pink, a green, and my orange, which actually looks more yellow, but that's okay too. So what I'm gonna take and do is I'm going to take my paper and show you how it turns out on the paper. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit different because we ended up having shaving gel and not shaving cream. So I'm just gonna take and do it. I don't have a paintbrush, but if you do, it's more recommended to use. I'm just going to use the spoons and whatever I use to mix it with. So I'm gonna start off with my orange, and you just kind of take it and paint it on the paper, as thick or as thin as you want it. I will just, like I said, I don't have a paintbrush, so I'm just kind of splashing it on there. But this is how it's supposed to look a little bit. Like I said, it's foam paint, so it's supposed to look a little bit thicker, which is why right here it looks thicker. It's definitely easy to paste on there. It's not challenging. You can even, if you wanted to, let your kids stick their hands in there and, you know, paint on there. It's not sticky with the shaving cream in it, so it's not like it's going to make the biggest mess. Easily wipeable. You could just wipe it on the paper and it easily comes off my finger. So that's the orange on the paper. Like I said, you could always take and add as much food coloring as you want the color to turn out. Again, mine looks more yellow. It looks even more yellow on the camera, but mine looks more yellow than orange, so it's more like a peachy color. So that's what the orange looks like after the food coloring and everything is done on that. We'll move on to the green. I'm just gonna take and use my finger, like I said. You could just let your kids use their fingers if you wanted to, if you didn't care about the mess. This is what the green turned out to be. I'm just gonna take and go on there with it. Again, it is foam paint, so it's supposed to look more thick and This is a nice little craft to do with your children. If you do not have any paint in the house and they would like to paint, again, like I said, it's just made out of glue and shaving cream and food coloring. I'm gonna move on to the next color. I think I'm going to do yellow. Again, this is not how how I wanted the yellow to look. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it looks more yellow to me. I'm gonna just I really like the authentic look that this foam gel gives off because it doesn't look like normal paint when you paint on there. Excuse my camera, it doesn't want to focus. There we go. So I really like the way that this paint looks. I'm gonna move on to pink. I really liked how this pink turned out. I just used the metallic pink food coloring. And it looks even cooler on paper. And then I'm going to move on to the last color I did, which is red, which actually, now that it's settled in, is a little bit lighter than it originally was. So the last color that I made is red, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do that on here. And so that's what that looks like after you do it on paper. Again, you could do it thicker or thinner. If you want to do it thicker, this is how it looks. It's got that authentic foamy feel to it. But yeah, that's a DIY, excuse me. But yes, that's a DIY that you can do with your kids. It's really easy, it's really fun. Again, like I said, fast to do, simple ingredients. You don't have to go off and spend a lot of money to do it. So guys, that's all I have for you today. If you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up. Be sure to click that subscribe button and turn on that post notification bell, and I will see you next video. Peace out. I'm back for a second. I just wanted to add a clip. I found some shaving cream in the bathroom, and I went ahead and retried it with the shaving cream. It definitely makes a difference. If you want to make it, make sure that you have the shaving cream, because it definitely is more fluffy than the shower gel. Here's the shower gel. You can tell it's got a little bit of like foam to it, but it's just not the same effect as the shaving cream. I will show you on the piece of paper real fast what it will look like when you put it on the paper, just so you have an idea. So you definitely want to use shaving cream instead of shaving gel. Again, like I said, even when you put it on your finger, it's more fluffy. It's gonna have that better foam effect. So here is it on the paper. Definitely more thicker. It's definitely something you're going to want to use rather than gel. Gel will still work, it just doesn't give it the same effect as cream. So I just wanted to let you know that that's the difference, and that you definitely want to use the shaving cream. Again, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. Remember to push that subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell, and I'll see you later.